Thank you, Mel. I can't let it go unsaid that in relation to my Commonwealth Games experience that I am the reigning champion because they haven't had rowing since then. It is my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's Victorian Sport Awards, bigger and better than ever, as we combine for the first time the Vic Sport Awards with those of Sport and Recreation Victoria to recognise everybody from community heroes to elite athletes. As you can see from your programs, there is a panoply of wonderful nominees from whom most worthy winners will emerge. Every one of them is of a high standard, having shown fantastic professionalism and extraordinary commitment to their chosen field of endeavour. I'm delighted to welcome all the very important people in the room to whom the VIP title is easily affixed. But equally, I welcome athletes, participants, coaches, officials, administrators, parents and friends, who are of course all very important people too. Without all of you, sport would not be the glue that brings us together tonight. Thank you to our fabulous MC, Mel Jones, recently included on the Honour Roll of Women and an action figure in her own right. The Minister for Sport, the Honourable John Aaron MP, will formally welcome our special guests. And on that note, I particularly acknowledge the Minister and his team at Sport and Recreation for all the support given to the team at Vic Sport to ensure this event has come together as seamlessly as it has. This year we have with us senior leaders in the Department of Health and Human Services who describe themselves as B1 and B2, Anne Congleton, who's in charge of sport programs, and Nick Foer, who's in charge of sport infrastructure. And of course, Acting Director Diversity, Community Participation, Sport and Recreation, Susan George, with whom many of the state associations in the room have regular dealings. Vic Sport would not be the organisation it is today without the support of its board and staff, and I thank all of them for their efforts to make Vic Sport the best it can be. Tonight, Vic Sport board members Richard Amon, Stephanie Beltrami, Stuart Craig, Ron Gorsey, Ben Hartung, Tim Large, Emma Sherry, Andrew Walton and Warwick Waters are present, as is Stephen Potts, our new CEO, who's now in his 10th or 11th week. I'm not counting, and he assures me he isn't either. We have one Vic Sport Life member present this evening, Ken Oaten. Welcome, Ken. Earlier this week, Vic Sport Life member and one of this state's greatest supporters of sport, Pam Vincent, whose first love was hockey, died after a long period of unwellness. Vale Pam. I welcome also members of the Vic Sport committees, including the awards panel, whose selections from the many nominations you will be cheering for later on in the evening. Now I've got my pages out of order. And a big thank you to Vic Sport's commercial partners, our preferred suppliers who are represented here and whose support we are most appreciative. Many of you will have little idea as to who or what Vic Sport is, but you do know that this is a great night out, which is most important. In brief, Vic Sport is the peak body for sport in Victoria. We look after our members who are the state sporting associations, such as Swimming Victoria and Archery Victoria and everyone in between, and importantly to local councils. We work with SRV and Vic Health to deliver support and programs to our members so they can better serve and assist their members, the many clubs whose own members include participants, athletes, coaches, administrators, officials, and volumes of volunteers, and you and me. In 2017 and beyond, Vic Sport's focus is on increasing participation opportunities for everyone, supporting the paid and volunteer workforces in sport, promoting safe, fair and inclusive sporting environments, and importantly, advocating for the myriad benefits of sport, including the mental wellbeing benefits of being involved in sport in conjunction with our sport, government and commercial partners. We work together to ensure the best, most effective, most efficient applications of funds is made to enable more Victorians to enjoy good health, friendship, and so importantly, the benefits of physical and mental well-being through belonging to a group of like-minded enthusiasts like you and me. Vic Sport is incredibly pleased to be a major player in the policies and the programs that help grow and develop sport and sporting opportunities. And I thank everyone who assists us to ensure our voice is heard on behalf of everyone here and all of those who you represent. My time is nearly up, but before I depart the podium, it is my pleasure to introduce the Minister for Sport, the Honourable John Erin MP, who is well known to many of you. Minister Erin is responsible for safeguarding Victoria's position as a world leader for business events, major events and tourism, and its title, as we know, of Australia's sporting capital. His portfolio covers a range of entities, including the newly created events and tourism business Visit Victoria, as well as iconic infrastructure such as this venue, the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre, Fed Square, the MCG and the Melbourne and Olympic Parks precinct. The Minister's responsibilities also include ensuring opportunities for Victorians to participate in sport and recreation, which is why we're here tonight. He was elected to the Victorian Parliament in 2002 and since 2014, December of that year, has been the Minister for Tourism and Major Events, Minister for Sport and Minister for Veterans. Finally, before John arrives, congratulations to every nominee and to every winner and to everyone who has enabled you to be here. You deserve to be very proud of your achievements, just as we're all very proud of you. Well done and thank you.